All right, what's up, everybody? So, we're here in our new office at the agents. We made the big announcement yesterday. Psyched to be here. We got a little decorating to do, but it'll look good soon. But today, we've got our boy Burt here from Fairway Mortgage. He's a pro. He keeps up with what's going on in the economy and specifically in mortgages. There's been a lot of talk about 50-year mortgages and portable mortgages. We wanted to have Burt come talk to us about what the realities of those are. So, Burt, run with it.
Okay, we're going to start with 50-year mortgage. And could it be a good idea? Yeah, could it drop payments a little bit? Maybe. But the reality is we're a long ways away. Probably if the government liked each other and everyone got along, we're minimum probably about 3 years away from that ever being feasible. A lot of reasons for it, we won't get in the weeds, but a big part of it is because you've got to change law. All the laws that were made in 2008 have to be redone. Securitization, which is how mortgages are traded on Wall Street, that's also going to have to be redone. There's a lot of laws that go into that. For that to happen, and let's say it did happen, then there's going to have to be demand for that security. And when there's not, here's a good example, a 25-year mortgage right now, the rates are higher than a 30-year mortgage because there's less demand through Wall Street for a 25-year mortgage than a 30-year mortgage. And so when there's less demand for a mortgage, it might not be as desirable because there's a longer time frame, not as much equity, people aren't paying it down as much, and who knows whatever regulation would go into it, there might not be demand, meaning higher interest rates. And so if in a perfect world, maybe you got a 1/4 to a 0.5% rate decrease by a 50-year mortgage, that might save you maybe $200 a month. But if there's not demand, that rate could actually be way high, and then your payment could be equal to a 30-year mortgage. So the reality is, no one knows. It's not going to happen tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe it would come out and rates would be way low on it, and there'd be a lot of demand, and it would lower housing costs and help affordability. But we're a long ways away from that to even have an inkling of what that would do in reality.
So long story short on that one, beware of politicians using that as a carrot to score points on either side. Because, I mean, I've seen people from both sides trying to champion these ideas. It's not feasible in the near future. It's talking points more than anything right now.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyone, politicians, realtors, lenders, whoever it might be, the reality is we're a long ways away from it, and when it becomes a thing, then we should talk about it again. But until then, it's a waste of energy to even talk about.
Nice. And then portable mortgages. They have those in Canada. They have them in Europe.
Yeah.
What's going on with them?
Okay. This one is a little bit more complicated because they actually kind of do work in Canada. So I can see that talking point of, hey, if we could redo Dodd-Frank, which came out in 2008, 2009, redo laws, which is like the ability to repay law, QMing, a qualified mortgage, all those laws that we have to keep lending safe would have to be redone. If we got to that point and we completely restructured how mortgages work, maybe we could do a portable mortgage. And
we should explain maybe what a portable mortgage is, right?
Yeah, okay, thank you, George. Yeah, so what it is, so if you bought in 2020 and you've got, or maybe you have a 3 1/4 rate, or maybe 2.5, whatever it might be. That means you can take your mortgage that you have, maybe you have $300,000 on that property at a 2.5 rate. You can then take that mortgage and transport it to a different property, a new property.
And this way, it actually frees up some houses so that you can actually sell your house. You can move, whereas where we're at right now is like I'm locked in at a 3.5% interest rate. There's no way I'm moving right now, because I'm like, I don't want to pay 6%. So this gives people the ability to be able to take the rate that they currently have and still be able to put their home on the market and move to another home while not feeling like they're giving up their interest rate.
Yep, sounds good, right?
Sounds great.
Okay. Okay. Here's the reality. So let's say you take that $300,000 mortgage, but you need to upgrade to an $800,000 home. You're still, and maybe you have a lot of equity. Maybe you got $300,000 in your current home, so you've got a we'll call it a down payment, $300,000 down payment to get into that $800,000 home. You're still going to have to finance a portion of it, and they call that blended rate. So in Canada, they actually call it's called upport. And it's a blended rate to do that upport in Canada. So yeah, you're going to get your 2.5 rate, but if rates in reality are 7.5 or 8 because of the type of product you're doing, then you've got a blended rate of maybe 4.5, 5. So is it a benefit? Maybe, could be. Here's the other thing. The people that are really going to get hurt are first-time home buyers by that. Because here's what happens, and I don't hear anyone talking about it, I don't know why, but let's say that we're going to take that scenario. You free up that property and you create inventory. The normal mortgage rates are actually going to be higher because mortgages are based off supply and demand. And if you don't have a lot of people buying into mortgage-backed securities, there won't be demand, so rates are going to go up. So the normal mortgage market or normal mortgage-backed securities are going to have a higher rate. So the people that are going to get hurt are the people when that home is freed up because they took their 2.5 rate, then someone has to get a normal mortgage, first-time home buyer, because they don't have a port or a mortgage they can port, their rate will be higher. So if we were to do that right now in a perfect world, got it through, boom, happens tomorrow, mortgage rates would go up because there would not be demand for normal mortgage rates. And then first-time home buyers would probably be priced out of the market.
Not to mention that there's so much pent-up demand of people that need to, they're waiting on their old mortgage rate. They're waiting to move up into another house. If all of those buyers got into the market, housing prices would rise pretty rapidly. So you have that mixed with higher mortgage rates for new buyers. That it could be rough potentially.
Yeah, I mean it sounds good, but here's an easy way to think about it. So both 50-year mortgage and portable mortgages is a very simple explanation to a very complex problem. The easiest way to sum it up.
And realistically, neither of them are happening in the near future. So.
And no one talks about the real consequences of either.
It's like they're dingling a carrot for us to just I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, I'm gonna.
This sounds great.
I'm gonna follow this leader. I'm gonna follow this speaker.
Well, it is. It's a real affordability is a huge issue, and it's a really bad problem we're having.
Big buzzword.
And that's a really simple explanation for it, which goes all over the internet.
Yeah.
I don't know any other way to.
But doesn't address the root causes of affordability right now, which is a lack of new construction, and people. I mean, we have a huge. They're calling it the silver wave. Boomers are hanging on to their houses for a long time. They're staying. They're aging in place. So, yeah, there's just not a lot of turnover, and we're way short on inventory. So, yeah.
There's one thing they can do, which they could actually do right now. FHFA could do it like that. They could lower LLPA, so a loan level price adjustment. They did it in 20. Where are we at now? 20. They did it in 2023. Made a lot of people mad. Do you guys remember when it was all over the internet that people with bad credit will get a better rate?
Yep.
Okay. The reason that happened was because they adjusted the LLPA chart for Fannie and Freddie. And people with lower credit did get a better rate than someone with higher credit.
What's that acronym again?
LLPA.
Which is what?
Loan level price adjustment.
Loan level price adjustment. Okay. So what is it exactly?
It's a fee based on your credit score and down payment to your actual loan. The government or FHFA has the ability to knock that down right now. So let's say if you have a 1% loan level adjustment, that would be roughly a 0.5 to 0.25% on rate. They can take those away right now and drop rates a quarter.
Why do they have them in place to begin with?
Because they make money on it. Because I don't want to get political, but 1% of your loan amount, say a $400,000 home, that's a $4,000 fee that will go to Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. If you wipe out that fee, rates go down 0.5% immediately.
So Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, who already make money on your loan when they purchase them and resell them, right? They're taking another 1% off the top. Is that kind of like the simple explanation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, depending on your credit score. Yeah.
So the moral of this story is no real obvious quick solutions outside of maybe that one, but that could be a political landmine potentially. So if you have questions, if you're thinking about if you've even considered what it would look like for you to get into a house, to get a mortgage, all that kind of stuff, talk to Burt, talk to a good lender, because they're going to give you the real picture, not the social media friendly picture. So that's it.
Thanks, Burt.
Thanks, Burt.
Thank you.